what's this process, these last few weeks been like getting ready for this whirlwind of a process, getting ready for this WNBA draft?
Yeah, I mean, getting ready for the draft has just all been so new. Making sure I'm finding an agent that fits me, and then also talking with several different teams, and just getting a feel for me and what I can offer to their team. It's just all been, it's so different than like getting recruited for college, but it's a really, really good experience, and I'm just so thankful for the opportunity.
And you are currently in Texas, right? Are you back home?
Yeah, I'm back home in Abilene, Texas right now. I still have access to a gym, so I'm very thankful for that.
Well, that's my next question. How are you staying basketball ready at this point in time?
Yeah, so since I have access to a court right now, definitely working on my game, and then conditioning as well, and also really getting stronger. I don't have access to like a gym, like with all the barbells and stuff like that, but we've got some out in the shed out back. So I've been doing some outdoor stuff to keep my strength up as well.
Some quality at-home workouts.
Yeah.
Yeah, about the same for the rest of us.
Yeah.
Obviously, this circumstances have changed a little bit. Everybody wishes, that the draft day could be a little bit different. But how do you think you are going to feel emotionally when you hear your name called on Friday?
Yeah, I think emotionally it'll just feel like surreal, honestly. I mean, it's just so different right now being at home for this like long of a period of time, but getting to share that moment with my family is just going to be like unmatched feeling. And also, I mean, I'm going to schedule a Zoom meeting with my teammates and coaching staff back at Tech. And so I'm very excited for that, and just to share that moment with them. It'll just kind of feel like, oh man, like that end of my college career is like done for real, and I'm getting to go work on my pro career. And so I'm very excited.
Obviously, the changeover has been quick, albeit probably a little painful from your college career. But how have they been really supportive of you in this transition and getting ready for the draft?
Yeah, I've had lots of support from so many people. I mean, some coaches back home, some coaches at Texas Tech, they've been so supportive, and everyone's giving me advice. And I'm so thankful for all the wisdom that people are imparting on me, and my family just doing whatever they can to make sure that I feel ready for it. And yeah, I mean, I've got a whole support staff here, and I'm just so thankful for everyone.
We got to see a glimpse of what you can do with the PanAm team last summer. Of course, your years at Texas Tech, but for the WNBA team that's going to draft you, what are they going to be getting out of Brittany Brewer?
Yeah, I think what they're going to be getting out of me as a player, that's going to do whatever she needs to do for the team. I'm ready to step up in whatever way they need me to. And I'm a versatile player. And so wherever they need me, I'm open to it. And I'm going to give it my best. So that's what they're going to get.
Shifting back to last summer, thinking back, I think it was in May when we had training camp, something like that. Mm-hmm. Initially, what were your thoughts kind of going into training camp here in Colorado Springs?
Yeah, going into training camp, I really didn't have any expectations at all. I was just open, and I was ready and excited to compete with some of the best players in the nation. And so that was really my mindset going into that was I'm going to give it my best and really just soak up every opportunity. Like, I'm so thankful to even be at the trials and be considered. That was an honor itself.
And obviously that's a super fast process. You show up, you practice, you have lunch, you practice again, you sleep, and you just do it for a couple of days. And then at the end of it, they come out with a team. Kind of explain those initial emotions of being named to PanAm team.
Yeah, the initial emotions where I was like, whoa, like, no way. I'm like, I thought I had a great trial run, but really, like, you don't really know until your name is called. And so at that point I was like, heck yeah, like, I'm so excited. And so I was sitting next to Peyton Williams, who also made the team, and we both just like, our jaws dropped and we looked at each other and we were just so excited for each other.
If I recall right, I don't remember who read off the names. It might have been Carol. Did they read it alphabetically?
Yeah, they did read it alphabetically. So I had like the easy part. Peyton was waiting until the end, but I was like the second name called, I think. And so I was like, whoa, like, this is awesome. And I was just so excited to hear the other names called, to see who I got to work with. So
yeah, Bella would have been the first name called.
Yes, Bella was the first one.
That trip to Lima in July, tell me
Mhm.
about that experience, heading down there to playing the PanAm Games, a little bit different than a FIBA competition, but, you're wearing USA nonetheless.
Yeah. The Pan Am Games in Lima were just like absolutely like surreal. It was such an honor to be there and represent the USA in that way. And I wouldn't trade it for anything. Like I learned so much, like on the court, off the court, and I built so many like awesome relationships with a lot of my teammates. And I'm just so thankful for that time. I think I really grew like as a player and as a person because of that.
You mentioned a lot of those people that were on that team are in this draft with you.
Mhm.
Bella, Kennedy, Ty, Beatrice, so many of those names, Peyton,
Yeah.
Kayla. Geez, it's like the whole team.
Yeah.
Tell me about building some of those friendships and bonds with them through that experience.
Yeah, those bonds, I wouldn't trade for the world. And it was so cool, like to keep up with each other's seasons, like throughout the year and like, know, like, oh, I'm watching them on TV and to see their runs and how well they were doing. They all had exceptional seasons this year. And so that was really exciting to see just that part of it. But then like coming into the next stage, getting to see their names up on like the mock drafts and getting to see all like the accolades that they've had throughout the season is just like awesome. And I'm so excited for every single person because I know all of them are extremely hard workers and they're the best of the best. They're amazing players. And so to see them up there and really just to see all their hard work come to fruition, like along with mine, is just like so amazing.
Do you stay in touch with any of them?
Yeah. Yeah. So I'd stay in touch with like Peyton and Michaela and Beatrice and Bella. Those were the people I really connected with, and just making sure they were all okay after the end of the really weird ending to all of our seasons and careers. And Michaela Pivic, we've had like a skills thing going on. So we're trying to learn different skills during all of our free time right now. And I think like she sent me like 101 skills to learn. And so we've been like talking about that and seeing like how far we're going on those. So that's been really fun.
What's the update? What skills have you learned and what ones are on the horizon?
Yeah, so I've learned a lot of Tai Chi. I was really interested in doing that. I heard it's really good for you and I love it. I think it's really relaxing. And so that's something that I've worked on. And then some of the boring stuff like budgeting and stuff, I was like, I'm going to need that for the next level of my life. And so wanted to work on that. And obviously that's not super fun, but Spanish, I've been trying to brush up on my Spanish. I want to eventually be fluent. So hopefully that'll work out. But Michaela's been cooking. She's been doing like hair. Just really, she's tried it all.
It's very Michaela. It's very on brand for her, in all honesty.
Oh yeah.
Shifting back, just in general, what did that experience in Peru? Obviously, we came up a little short of that gold, but as you're standing on that podium and you're soaking that in, what is that moment like? What is that feeling like?
Yeah, standing on the podium, obviously we wanted that gold medal. And that was probably like the worst part of it, was thinking like, man, we really had that chance. But I think like what we learned from it is like, it's like such an honor to even be there, standing there. Even if you didn't even make the podium, it's an honor to be representing your country in that way. And so I just like hope that we represent it to the fullest. And standing there knowing that all your hard work came to medaling was just awesome. And I feel like we played really well that short period of time, but it just came up short. But we worked really, really hard, and to know that all of that ended up getting us silver was awesome.
Give some insight there, because as you mentioned, you're only together for a short amount of time. It's I think maybe people will think that you're together all summer, just like you are with college situations. But really, you only had a handful of practices.
Yeah.
Coming together quickly, right?
Yeah. So, I think it was about 10 days total. And mixed in there, it was 2-a-day sessions, but then sometimes we'd have like a team building session. And it was really high volume and really like high intensity in a short period of time. And so you really just wanted to soak up all the team chemistry as like much as possible on the court and off the court, so that when it came to the games, like you were fluid and all together. And so that was really like the toughest part of it, was making sure that we kind of knew the ins and outs of each other's games in a really short amount of time. But everyone was so open to learning about each other and how we played, and everyone was so open to adjusting to where they needed to. And I think that helped us a lot.
how do you think that whole process of coming together, going down to Peru, playing those games, how do you think that process has helped you as not only a basketball player, but as a person?
Yeah, I think that process helped me in so many different ways. Like in basketball, just knowing like, um, I mean, if you take an even like training camp situations, you've got a short amount of time to mesh with the team that you're put on, and a short amount of time to adjust to what that coaching staff wants you to do. And so that was invaluable for me, that short adjustment period. And then in life, I think like you get on the job and you want to perform your best, like you have to adjust quickly. And so that's kind of exactly what I took from that was flexibility and adjustment is going to help you go far.